Did you know that a lot of people get engaged between Thanksgiving and the end of the year? I find that so interesting. So now that you're engaged, it's time to celebrate and plan a great wedding. Amy LaBelle is a lifestyle expert and author of a brand new book. It's a DIY book called Wine Weddings. Amy, wonderful to have you in from New Hampshire.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yes, we're going to share a lot of things. We're going to talk about this new book, but you live on a vineyard on the East Coast. You have some wonderful entertaining ideas, whether it comes to a wedding or just the holidays right now. So you wanted to share a little bit of your magic.
Absolutely. You know, the idea of the book and also these recipes are to take a little bit of the stress out of the planning. Because that's also, you know, such a big part of a wedding. You know, there's so much pressure and there's so much expectation these days for weddings. You know, you've got all of the details you've got to cover, you've got to make it gorgeous, and et cetera. So we want to make sure that people have a guide to get there in a way that's a little bit stress-free, and we take that planning part and just make it a little bit easier for everybody. Same with the holidays. We've got a lot of stress coming up, right?
Yeah.
If you're hosting, are you hosting for the holidays?
Oh, I'm hosting, and if we could back up for just a second, I hosted my own wedding. So
awesome.
What you were just saying about taking the stress out of the planning, I had bells going off. I am dying to know some of the wisdom that you shared inside this book. And by the way, the book just came out.
Yes, it did. Yes.
Yep.
It's available on Amazon and my website, amylabelle.com, also Barnes & Noble. So if you need a Christmas gift for somebody you know that's getting married, that's a great idea.
Anyway, thank you for supporting brides and grooms, because it's a huge undertaking. If you haven't planned a wedding before, there's always that learning curve. So, okay. Thank you. I had to have a moment there. I'm still recovering from planning my wedding.
I'm sure you are, and
12 years
congratulations on that, on getting it done yourself.
Yeah.
What we find in both entertaining for the holidays as well as planning any event, whether it's a wedding or anything, is if you have a theme, it kind of centers your planning and makes all your decisions a little bit easier. And that is what the book is about. If you're gathering for the holidays, you need a theme for that as well.
Yes.
And of course, I'm a winemaker. I'm one of the few women winemakers in the world. And so we wanted, to show some recipes that include wine. I always cook with wine. I make cocktails with wine, and I always put wine in my food because it makes it just a little more interesting, a little more special, and it kind of layers the flavors so that you're always able to get the very best flavors together for your loved ones.
I love it. Is this your wine? And
yes, this is our sparkling.
Brought in to pair with it, sure.
Well, absolutely. So if you want to, you're welcome to make a cocktail. You can take that silver shaker over there.
Okay.
Sure. These are some ingredients for a recipe that I actually include in the book called the Gentleman's Martini. It's kind of an old throwback to the Hollywood era. It feels, which is why I called it that. It's kind of just a gorgeous bourbon and wine cocktail. The beautiful thing about putting wine in cocktails is that it takes down the alcohol level just a little bit. So this has a white wine. My white wine called Sauvignon Blanc happens to be in this. You could use a Sauvignon Blanc or you could use a Sauvignon Blanc. Something light and crisp is the idea here. Not something that's been aged in oak or that's really heavy. Just a light, crisp,
You're trying to lighten it up a little.
Exactly. And this takes the alcohol content down a little bit. So better for your guests who are driving home.
You offered me the opportunity to make one, but I'd rather drink one. Can I try it?
Absolutely.
Can we just do this? Happy holidays.
Let's do this.
Yes, cheers.
Happy holidays to you.
Yes.
Cheers. Oh, that's yummy.
Yum. It is light.
There's a nice little spirit to it.
Beautiful. These are beautiful. This looks like a really lovely appetizer.
Well, this is a wonderful appetizer, also paired with a champagne cocktail. If you have a champagne like I have here, this is my shimmer, which is really fun to make. Any juice you have at home will do, and a little bit of sweetener. I'm using a lemon simple syrup, but you could use maple syrup or whatever makes you happy. And then just top with your champagne, and then a little bit of juice. I'm using pomegranate juice today, but you don't have to use that. You can use whatever you have at home that works well.
We just give it a little color.
Little color, and it's absolutely stunning. And we're pairing that today with some caprese skewers. If you are hosting, you don't want to be fussing too much. You want to have everything ready so you can enjoy your guests, right?
Yeah.
So these are just easy to pick up. They're glazed with a balsamic and wine reduction. Easy breezy.
So fresh. I see you have a little basil shredded on there. Beautiful.
That's exactly right.
It's time to celebrate. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you do. It's really incredible. Kudos on the book. Oops.
Thank
Just
you.
dropped the display there. Where can people get a copy?
This is available at my website, as are all the recipes and many more at amylabelle.com. You can follow me at Amy LaBelle Winemaker on Instagram. You can also check out Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble for a copy of the book.
You know what? This would be perfect for our executive producer who just got engaged. Wine Weddings, the ultimate guide to creating the wine theme wedding of your dream. Pick a theme, guys. Makes the planning easier. You can follow Amy on Facebook and Instagram at Amy LaBelle Winemaker.